for cassava, for example, since we have this ASEAN-China free trade, we're supposed to have market access, but the stringent SPS requirement of China is so stringent that Cambodian cassava finds its way to Vietnam, to Thailand, repackaged, reprocessed, and re-export to China at double the price. These are something that UNIDO could work with the government, no?
Let me put the bigger picture here to start with. I mean, today's newspapers, we see such an advanced country like Germany.
Yes.
12 people dead.
Yes, 200 today in
hospital
very
because
sick.
of a simple product like cucumber.
Yes.
Now, so it's a public safety issue. Now, people may blame the WTO-driven SPS agreement, but governments have rights to safeguard their citizens.
Yeah.
So that right cannot be taken away.
Yes.
If a particular country wants to lower the standards to a very strict level, that's the independence of the government.
Yes.
You cannot challenge that.
Yeah, okay.
So in every of the standards, at the end, what we need is a certificate or a test result. The case that you took rice, how are we sure that your rice farmers are not using banned pesticides?
Exactly. Exactly.
So then the rice that is tested
Good point.
have to show
Good point.
that it doesn't contain
Yes.
the banned pesticides.
Yes.
So there again test results come in.
Yes.
So some of the less sophisticated markets might accept a lower quality product, but of course you won't get the full price.
The full price, you're right, you're right.
So maybe initially you may try to adapt to those markets,
Yes, yes.
but you must have a longer term vision
Yes.
that you need to go for the higher end.
Yeah.
Let's say exporting shrimps to a neighboring country.
Yes. Which we are now.
We are knowing it's easy.
Yes.
But if you say European Union, you get a much higher price premium. But the requirements also similarly strict. So I think these are the balances that you need to see. And we have done this. In fact, if I take our large program right now, 25 million euro funded by the European Union in Bangladesh.
Yes.
Now, Bangladesh is one of the largest producers of shrimps. There are 600,000 farms involved.
600,000
farms involved. Small scale.
Still, how many million people working? Can you believe that?
So then again, what are the concerns about safety and controls? So these are the things that we need to balance off.
You know, I mean, you mentioned the case of E. coli in Germany, that sort of thing. Now I'm more concerned about what's happening in Cambodia. What are the measures that so far the UNIDO and the government, MIMI, is working together, particularly for consumer protection, for example?
Now, the ISC, the standards body, by nature should have representation from the consumer associations.
Okay.
The producers.
We don't have a consumer association.
This is the issue, and also academia.
Yes, yes.
So that's how the governing structure should be done.
Yes.
So initially we had done some workshops here, bringing the consumer angle and so on. But at the moment the consumer side is weak.
Yes.
Now you may be happy going this evening to your home or to a restaurant and having the best shrimp from Les Sap.
Yeah.
But are you sure there's no contamination from all the pesticides that are used that creep into the water body?
Yeah, exactly.
So I think we tend to look more for protecting the people who are in Europe or the Western world having safe food.
Yeah.
But I think we have equal responsibility that we safeguard the locals as well.
First local. I had a phone call from a company, and they asked, look, Spa, who I can recommend, right, to help them, because they are a major food production factory, and a domestic market they doing good, but now they say, look, we have more production capacity that even to sell locally, and they say, hey, we want to export to Vietnam, we want to export to other, at least country in the region. So I say, well, my friend, the first thing you have to do is your product, have adequate certification and everything. And these are the sort of things that I think more and more the private sector, as I still believe that the driving force will have to be from the private sector, because they are the one who invest their own money. They want to make money. So they will be the pressure point. So I think it's a good idea that at one point some private sector a producer movement should be formed and to work, in this case, work with Ministry of Industry. Right?
Yeah. In fact, last September, we had a workshop here in Phnom Penh.
Okay.
We brought in the government, we brought in the various private sector associations, the government association, fisheries association, to have a dialogue. What are the challenges they face and how we work together better. Now we have examples in the neighboring countries. For example, Sri Lanka, we created a joint venture with the Chamber of Industry and the Chamber of Exporters to become a certification body for food safety.
For food safety?
Yeah. Wow. And the donor put all the money in.
Wow.
So this could be in our next phase of the Norwegian government intervention here. We really want to engage the private sector. And I think it's in the government interest also at the end that if you bring them in, they have better management skills. They have better way of ensuring sustainability. So these are issues that we can look at.
Another thing that I see, since I'm back home for the last 2 years, I've been looking a lot, what are the potential that this country have in terms of how to benefit from market access, right? So first you have to look at what are your raw material, your natural resource, and with this natural resource, how do you explore? I can see the case of rubber, it's clear. You know, in a few more years' time, we can do very well in that side. But there's another thing that I think is still untapped, is immensely untapped, is that we have the greatest freshwater lake in Southeast Asia. All this fishery product. You know, when I live in you know, Geneva, every time I want to eat you know, a nice fresh fish there, deep frozen at $30, no, 30 franc, which is about that. And you know, it's not even taste good. And I bet all this fish is coming somewhere from there, but re-export. How my understanding is that we are not certified to export to the EU, right? We did not meet the SPS stringent requirement, right? What does it take to get the EU to give recognition that our fishery product
fisheries? Now today we are seeing this rise in natural resources or the minerals. Why? The heavy consumption of China and India. The next consumption boom, there's going to be so much entering the middle class in China and India. Fish. And the whole world, there's no more fish. So fish is going to be a golden commodity in time to come. So it's a significant potential, as you explained. We have fantastic resources. Now what does it take to export to the EU? Now the EU operates on what's called a competent authority.
Competent authority.
Which is a government body.